तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्.
I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dear sweet Lord, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Swami, we offer this workshop to you with love and gratitude. Loving Sai Rams and a hearty welcome to all you beautiful sisters. Thank you for taking the time to attend the Sweetmeat workshop this afternoon. A very special thank you to all our sisters who have volunteered to demonstrate, share their skills, and teach us how to prepare these delicious sweetmeats. We truly appreciate your time and effort. As we approach Diwali, we can make these sweets and offer it to Bhagwan. I am sure you're all looking forward to this workshop. So let's enjoy and have fun. Sisters, a few ground rules. Please ensure that your mic is on mute. After each demo, there will be a short question and answer session. Once again, do enjoy. Jai Sai Ram.
Sister Prema, you want to start a discussion here?
Sai Ram sisters, my pranams at Swami's lotus feet. If there's any questions anyone wants to ask us about the barfi recipe or any suggestions that one might have, please feel free to share.
Sai Ram. I'm Sister Lisa. This
When
is
is
the
the recording in progress?
Ram, Sister Lisa just has a few comments. So Sister Lisa, you can go ahead.
um, sorry, when it comes to the barfi, when adding syrup to dry ingredients, I suggest you take a little bit of your syrup and keep it aside. And then you can mix and see if you need that extra of syrup. Because once all the syrup is added into the dry mixture, it becomes too weak, and when it won't set. So if needed, if you need to add more, then you can add all the syrup.
I'm going to use it to us help.
Oh, thanks, Sister Lisa. Saram, sisters, could we have your mics muted, please? Is someone that's got the mics still on? That's a good suggestion, Sister Lisa. You know, sometimes when we do our syrup and we don't get the right consistency, when we add our klim, into the hot liquid, it sometimes melts and gets runny. And if it does, you can't compromise with klim. So you can always safeguard by doing what Lisa has suggested, where we can take off a little bit of the syrup and keep it aside. And if required, we could add it on. Thanks, Sister Lisa. Is there anyone else that wants to discuss or comment on anything? Or we can move on, Sister Radha?
Mom?
Saram sisters, just one tip or suggestion, from personal experience. Whenever you're working with syrup, or even if you add on, condensed milk, and when you have to make laddus, your palms and fingers become a bit sticky. So it's always advisable to just smear on a little bit of ghee on your palms and fingers before you start rolling these laddus, so your fingers are not so sticky. Thank you, Sairam.
Please note all recipes will be sent out to all regional conveners after the program.
Recipe for Chana magaj. 500 grams clim, 500 grams gram flour, 500 grams icing sugar, 2 cups nibbed almonds, 3.5 cups ghee, quarter cup milk, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, optional, nibbed almonds for decoration. Method: mix gram flour and milk together to make breadcrumbs. Separate rough parts and fine parts in separate dishes using a sieve. Add nibbed almonds to fine mixture and mix. Place pot on stove top on medium to high heat and put ghee in pot. Once ghee is melted, add rough mixture and fry till golden brown. Once rough mixture is golden brown, add in the fine mixture. Cook on medium heat till brown and fragrant for plus 30 minutes, mixing continuously. Remove from heat and cool. Once cool, add clim and icing sugar. Mix well. Once well combined, add in vanilla essence and mix until you have a mixture that sticks together. There are a few options to set your chana magaj. Option 1. Press down in baking tray and add almonds on top. Option 2. Use cookie cutter and add almonds on top. Ready to serve and enjoy.
Madam sisters, are there any comments or questions? Have any tips that we will welcome that?
Move on, sister.
Hello everyone. This is an easy, quick and no-cook coconut ice recipe. Ingredients: 1 tin condensed milk, 2 cups sifted powdered sugar, 3 cups finely shredded coconut, 2 tablespoons clim, and vanilla or almond extract. Into a bowl, combine all the dry ingredients and next pour in the condensed milk. Combine well until you get a soft mixture. Now divide and color. Shape using different molds. And here is the beautifully decorated coconut ice.
Today we are making a healthy coconut and date balls. So I've got all my ingredients here. I have 1 cup of coconut. I will all add this to my food processor. I have 1 cup of coconut, desiccated coconut. If you desire to use fresh coconut, please first have it on the stove. Just dry roast the coconut so that it does not get too wet. Then I've soaked my 1 cup of dates just for about 5 to 10 minutes to make it soft. Then I've got about 1/3 of cashew nuts. Cashew nuts are very good healthy snacks, and as we know, dates are a good antioxidant, and it also has a fiber in it, and it's it takes the place of sugar, so it's a good sweetener. Okay, I'm adding that. And I have my almonds. As we all know, almonds are good for bone health. And almonds, I have soaked them and I have peeled off the skin. This is about 1/3 of a cup. Then I have my raisins. Raisins are good for blood and they are very healthy to eat, a healthy snack. I just have a 1/4 cup of raisins. Then I have 2 tablespoons of roasted sesame seeds. I roasted it to make it more crunchier, and so sesame seeds are very good for bone health too. Right? And I have a pinch of 1/8 teaspoon of fine cinnamon powder. Cinnamon powder is a very healthy spice to also help to control sugar. Then last, I'm adding on 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil just to help for this ingredients to get tried. So I have 2 tablespoons. I've just left them by the stove side so that it does not, it softens. Yeah. And coconut is a good antioxidant and it's a good fat. Now I have all my ingredients here. I'm going to slowly close my food processor and I'm going to start pulsing them. To pulse it till it's still a little bit dry. I'm able to form the balls. So I will remove this from the food processor into my dish. And start making my balls. I have here organic cocoa powder and grinded pistachio nuts. So I'm going to soak it in coconut, in the cocoa powder, some of them. This is a healthy version of, I would say, a gulab jamun. If you feel that you want something healthy and not very sweet, if you're diabetic, then this is a good option for you to use or make at home. From this recipe, I'm sure I can make about 15 balls, and or maybe even more. My balls are quite big. It will be an ideal, you know, to put it in your Diwali boxes. And yet you can even coat it with whatever you wish to coat. This is my coating in pistachio nuts, the green color. Made about 15 balls. These are the chocolate coated one. And these are my pistachio coated. These are the balls that's been made.
Any comments, questions, or tips?
Offering my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dearest Lord Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. With Bhagwan's sweet love and grace, the National Young Adults of the Sri Satya Sai Global Council lovingly offers a Gulab jamun recipe. For the recipe, you will need 100 grams desiccated coconut for decoration, half a teaspoon of bicarb, 3 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon elaichi, 2 cups flour, 1 tablespoon ghee, 1 tin condensed milk, red food coloring, and oil for frying. For the method, mix condensed milk, ghee, and elaichi and beat well. Add baking powder and bicarb and mix. Sift flour and put into bowl of milk mixture and make into a nice soft dough. Shape into long finger shapes and fry slowly. For the syrup, you will need half a teaspoon of food coloring, 2 cups sugar, 2.5 cup water. Boil until sticky but a runny mixture. Dip the fried gulab jamuns into the hot syrup and decorate with desiccated coconut. Keep aside to cool on a tray and then pack into a sealed container. This recipe makes approximately 4 dozens. Enjoy. Jai Shri Sai Ram.
Om Sai Ram. On the occasion of Ganesha Chaturthi, I'll be showing you how to make Lord Ganesha's traditional sweetmeats, Modakas. The ingredients are half cup of water, half cup of milk, half cup of semolina, half teaspoon of ghee, quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of ilachi powder, half teaspoon of poppy seeds, 1 tablespoon of crushed cashews, quarter cup of jaggery, 1 tablespoon of dates, and half cup of desiccated coconut. On a medium heat pan, take your jaggery and coconut and mix together till the coconut gets brown. Add in your dates and mix till it becomes thick and most of the moisture evaporates. At this point, add in your ilachi powder, poppy seeds, and crushed cashews and mix to combine. You can add in any other nuts that you prefer. I've added in extra dates and ghee here for the mixture to come together. This process should take around 6 to 7 minutes. Remove from heat and place into a separate bowl. Once the mixture is warm, take a tablespoon into your palm and roll till it becomes a ball. This will be your inner filling and this is how it should look. Set aside and start your outer filling. On medium heat, take your pan and add in your semolina. Dry roast while stirring constantly. Once the semolina has discolored, remove it from pan and keep aside. In the same pan, add in your milk, water, ghee, and salt and bring to a boil. Stir constantly and after 2 minutes, add the roasted semolina mixture and mix till it becomes a thick paste. This process should take around 7 to 8 minutes. Once warm to touch, take a small ball into your palm and tightly pack into both sides of the Modak mold. Make a dent in the center and fill the center with the inner filling and tightly close the molds, removing the excess around the mold. You can then unmold and it should look something like this. You can decorate however you like. I've added in some edible petals and gold leaf placed on a betel leaf. You can either top it off with nuts or present as is. Here's a quick and easy Modaka recipe for Ganesha Chaturthi. Enjoy and Jai Sai Ram.
Ram, are there any questions?
Sai Ram, it's Sister Lisa. I just have a suggestion for the Modak. If you don't have a mold, you can just mold it into a cone shape, and you can use the toothpick to make that deco around the grooves to shape it into like a mold, the mold pattern. Sai Ram, thank you.
Thank you, Sister Lisa. Any other questions or suggestions?
Sister Prema.
Saram, Sister Radha, the banana puri.
Om Sai Ram. Welcome to our Sweetmeat workshop. We on the North Coast are demonstrating the banana puri recipe today. Firstly, we need syrup and dough. We will be making the syrup first so it will cool while we prep the dough. Ingredients for the syrup: 250 grams of sugar, 125 milliliters of water, food coloring which is optional, half a teaspoon of ilachi powder. Bring all the ingredients to a boil for 5 minutes. Ingredients for the dough are 500 grams of cake flour, 3 grams of baking powder, 60 grams of butter or margarine, 3 grams of ilachi powder, corn flour for sprinkling, 5 ml lemon juice, oil for smearing and deep frying, 250 milliliters of ice water, add more if necessary, colored coconut powder for decorating. For decorating, you can use colored coconut, colored almonds, food powder, glitter. The method: sift all dry ingredients into a mixing bowl. Rub in butter or margarine till it resembles fine breadcrumbs. The lemon juice is added to the iced water. Add the water gradually to the dry ingredients to form a stiff dough. Divide the dough into 8 portions. Roll each portion into a puri size. Puri and sprinkle with corn flour and pile on top of each other. No oil on top of the last puri. Roll gently into a big roti. Brush with oil and sprinkle with corn flour. Roll into a firm Swiss roll. Cut into 1 centimeter thick slices. Roll lengthwise. Must see the layers. Fry in medium heat oil using a fork to gently open up the layers. Fry till crisp. Remove from oil and drain. Now you can drizzle with syrup and decorate.
Sairam, any comments, questions, or tips?
Sairam, may I suggest something, please? After you cut the slices, roll it out. Don't fry it immediately. Freeze it because it's a pastry. And when you fry it from the freezer into the oil, it adjusts the temperature of the oil and the layers open up so beautifully. You don't even have to use a fork to open it. And then after you let it drain out completely, it takes like a day or so. It depends how your hand is with the frying. Then you pour the syrup over and then decorate. But the trick here is to freeze the rolled out slices, and you'll have excellent banana puri. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for that lovely tip.
Sairam, it's Sister Lisa. I have a tip when it comes to rolling out the banana, all the puris into a roti. So you don't smear your margarine or your oil and sprinkle with. You can cut it into strip, and you can fold into roll it into a banana puri and then roll it out and then fry instead of rolling it into a Swiss roll. You can just leave it. You can cut it into strips and you can work from there.
I see a comment in the chat box. How long do we have to freeze the mixture? If that sister can come in.
About 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours.
Okay, thank you.
Saram, Sister Judy, there were a few more comments in the chat box. If you just want to go through them. Saram, okay, there was one of the comments came on the chat box from Sister Anila for the Chana magaj, where we will fry till it's golden brown. Yes, Sister Anila, thank you for that. The other comment we've had from Sister Narina, Om Sai Ram, based on the experience, one tip for the Chana magaj will be to limit the use of ghee on a hot day to prevent the mixture from running. Saram. Thanks, Sister Nirina. I know we on the coast here, our summers are hot and sometimes the ghee does melt faster than we put it on the stove. So that was another suggestion. Thanks. If anyone would like to give us any more comments or give us your views on what you thought of the program.
Om Saira, just gratitude for having hosted this program so nicely. And I'm sure everybody's sweetmeats will delight all palates of all kinds. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Sairam, Sister Judy. Sister Aline, Anila asked, what happens if the mixture gets too weak? If she's talking about the Chana magaj, we have to cool it. It has to be thoroughly cold. And if she feels it is still running or weak, she could add in more icing sugar. But this has to be absolutely cold. When it's warm, your sugar is going to melt and you're going to end up with it running again. So icing sugar could be added on, but it has to be absolutely cold. Sairam. Sister Mogi, I don't know if you would like to share any of your suggestion, tips, or comments, Sister Mogi.
Sairam sisters, I'm sure you all have enjoyed whatever was presented today. Actually, with coming to syrup, we have issues with syrup and stuff like that. One thing is, like, I will give you a few tips on the different syrups. And even if you make a mistake, it's not a mistake, you can correct it, it's not a disaster. Firstly, like the Gulab jar, it needs a light syrup, which means without threads, right? So to check that, you will, when you put your spoon in spoon, and you take it out, and when you look at it, you'll have a gloss. Or even if you touch it with your finger, you'll get a gloss. So that syrup is ready. Basically, it's on high for 15 minutes and it's done. You will never go wrong. Very absorbent and works very well. So talking about the barfi, the extra syrup, that when your mixture is inside the syrup and it's in the hot pan, and as syrup stays in the pan in the heat, it always reduces water. So, your ratio of sugar to water is always 1 to 2. Right? So that helps to check whether the syrup is like coming right. And then if you cook it for a little longer, it'll obviously be ready to mold or do whatever you want to do with it. And same with laddu. There's no need for the long hours of soaking. So it needs a higher thread consistency, like about 3 threads. And so what happens is then you can add more ghee to it, when you are mixing your bundis into it. It's very easy to mold. It cools up quicker and easier to mold. Like the Prema said, grease your palms whenever you're molding, sticky stuff. So that helps a lot. Just apply some ghee or oil. That's, And I agree with that, Sister Lisa, regarding the banana puri, which, you cut the strips first. The reason being, when you cut, when you make a roll and you cut, you tend to flatten. The knife obviously, flattens the slices a bit. So the layers, remember, have, the sticky and the oil and whatever. So they tend to stick a bit, which makes it a bit difficult for someone not used to it to start frying it, and then we use the fork. But the method you mentioned, that's very good because the layers are not sticky. The roll is actually not sticky. So you just, when you roll it up and you flatten it and so it's easy, it opens up very easily. So that's a very good tip. It's a cool food trip, really. It was really awesome. Okay, thank you. I don't know if you have any questions that I may be able to answer, but hope that helps.
Saram, Sister Judy, I see we do have a lot of comments coming through about having this program shared. Some of them are looking through for videos and also the recipes. Would you like to comment on that, Sister Judy?
Sairam, we will be sending it through to all the regional ladies conveners. Sister Prema?
Okay, so sisters, you all will be getting them through via your regional ladies coordinators. Will videos also be posted, Sister Judy?
We will try to do that, Sister Prema.
All right, thank you.
And Sister Judy, what we'll do, this entire program is recorded. We will send the link. So everything will be in there.
Oh, thanks. That's super, Sister Radha.
So this whole program will be sent through to the ladies, regional ladies convener.
Saram, thanks. So coordinators, please share in your regions when it comes through. Om Sri Sai Ram. Our heartfelt gratitude to our Lord and loving Master, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba, for gracing us this beautiful online workshop this afternoon. Thanks to Sister Judy for initiating this program. To all our regional coordinators of the Sri Satya Sai Global Council and all the sisters who lovingly did these demos for your dedicated contributions of the lovely recipes which made this workshop a really wonderful success. Thank you all for joining this online program. A special thanks to Sister Radha for your committed contribution in this beautiful video presentation. Wishing you all a blessed, auspicious month and enjoy all these delicious and yummy sweetmeats that I'm sure you are all going to try out for Diwali. Stay blessed and thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayanta Nyayena Margena Mahishaah Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Lokah Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
जय